Greetings, Riverdale community. My name is Dr. James Albro, and I'm proud to be the Superintendent of Schools here at Riverdale. Thank you for taking some time to learn more about the Riverdale Regional School District's renovation projects. In a few moments, you'll be able to see the principals of our middle school and our high school, Mr. Urbanovich and Mr. Pepe, as they take you on a tour of the two buildings to show you where the many renovation projects will be taking place. It's our hope that you find these tours helpful so that you can make an informed vote on December 12th. You may have only just begun to hear about these projects over the last few months. They do represent several years of planning by our Board of Education and our architects. The projects address many current needs in our district, and they also anticipate needs that we expect to have in the future. The board has been very careful in selecting these projects so that they represent needs and not just wants. They wanted the improvements to impact our school community in a variety of ways, and also to be reasonable in terms of their impact on the taxpayers. We believe that these projects accomplish all of these goals. In many ways, there is something for everyone in the referendum. Now let's go to the principals to walk you through their buildings and their scheduled projects.
Hello, my name is Robert Urbanovich, and I am the proud principal of Riverdale Middle School. Riverdale is a special place filled with tradition and great pride. Take note of each of the areas you will see today, for many of them have not been updated in over 70 years. As I stand here in the front foyer of Riverdale Middle School, take notice of the sign that identifies Riverdale Junior High School as being built in the mid-50s. Each space I show you today has not been updated and stands to gain greatly from a referendum. The improvements at the middle school will provide versatility and flexible learning spaces that will enhance our students' opportunity to excel for many years to come. Welcome to the Riverdale Middle School Gymnasium, home of the Hawks. The floor you are looking at is the original floor installed in the 1950s. Over time, the surface has bubbled, creating a safety hazard that will only grow worse. The bleachers look nice, but are not durable and are constantly in need of repair. Our gymnasium divider stopped working properly over the summer, eliminating our ability to provide two active spaces. Splitting the gym creates an area to maintain our physical education classes, but allows for science and STEM classes to utilize the space to test a variety of classroom projects. Our impressive middle school athletics programs would continue to excel with the added support of a new gym floor and a space for community members to come and cheer on our talented student athletes. The STEM lab has become an extension of the originally designed woodshop. It is crowded, lacks storage space, and gallery and presentation areas. The advances in STEM have created a need for more cutting-edge instruction such as robotics and other newer technologies. A much-needed renovation would allow classes to thrive in a space designed to meet curricular advancements by providing versatility and flexible learning spaces. Improvements in the air filtration system and electrical and mechanical upgrades will allow our program to grow and flourish in a variety of ways. Welcome to our art room. As you can see, there are cabinets with broken hardware and inadequate space to store supplies and student artwork. The plumbing is in serious need of improvement due to the frequent leaking and inability to properly drain. The room setup does not allow for students to work on larger scale projects and lacks the capability to present and/or display some of the great artwork our talented students create. The heating system and the dust collection unit are also old and barely effective. Updating the space with flexible furnishings, adequate storage units, and gallery space will allow the room to better support an advanced art program for all of our students. This is our nutritional living and wellness classroom that currently serves all 8th grade students. As we take a closer look, you will see outdated stoves, limited counter space for students to work on, and rundown cabinets that are original from the 1950s. Inadequate work surfaces and space that prohibits a sense of flow have also led to a need for change. The referendum will support design spaces for a collaborative curriculum with flexible furnishings, new cabinets with an increase in necessary storage space, and equipment to support the needs for our students. Welcome improvements to the flooring and lighting combined with the mechanical, plumbing, and electrical upgrades will better support a 21st century culinary and wellness program. Our middle school auditorium was constructed in the 1950s and has not been updated since. The space provides poor acoustics and lacks functional and operational advancements. A necessary renovation will improve the front and back of house spaces as well as the balcony section. Stage improvements will include new flooring, wall and ceiling finishes with cutting-edge LED lighting, mechanical and electrical upgrades. The new design will accommodate better acoustics and lighting in the audience. These improvements will best support our growing music and theater arts program, providing a space for individual classes and student clubs to visit and perform in an area that will truly enhance the talent that exists in the middle school. It's been an honor giving you a tour of our Riverdale Middle School. Hopefully you see what great things can come from the referendum. Our students truly deserve the very best in Riverdale. Now I'd like to kick it over to Mr. Pepe over at Riverdale High School.
Thank you, Mr. Urbanovich. My name is Brian Pepe. I am the proud principal of Riverdale High School. As you know, the high school was built in the 1950s and it's in need of some renovation. Over the course of the years, there have been renovations through referendums and improvements and additions, but we're at the point now where we need to continue those upgrades to make it the best educational environment possible for our students here in grades 9 through 12. So why don't you come along, I'm going to show you some of the areas that are part of the referendum and show you some renderings of those classrooms and additions as well. Hi, I'm down here in the boys' locker room in the lower gymnasium area. There are certain areas down here that really need to be fixed and refurbished and completed. And part of the plan is to fix lockers that don't work properly over the course of these years. We also have benches that are ruined and in disarray over the course of 30 years. I believe this locker room was built in 1994. And we also have shower stalls that are more communal-based shower stalls. And in today's world, we're looking to do more individualized shower stalls with curtains that is not really a shared communal shower. And the students do use the showers. So this is an area that definitely needs some improvements, and the plan we have in place will really create a nice atmosphere for our student athletes. I am now downstairs below the upper gymnasium, which would be the future home of our 18 to 21-year-old program. This area is currently used for storage, but was the original locker room in the 1950s when the building was built. This 18 to 21-year-old program would be run through the district's Special Services Department and provide students with real-life experiences as they learn to live independently. Improvements to this area would include updating all the plumbing, the electrical work, and the design to create an apartment-like setting with a kitchen, a living room, and laundry area and more. Access to this part of the building is private and secure, as we use the lower parking lot off the lower gymnasium entrance. The addition of this program and area to the high school would be a big asset to the Riverdale community. I am now located in two classrooms that are behind the auditorium here at the high school that are in need of a big renovation. These classrooms house the old woodshop classes in the late 1980s and 90s and is currently used for our television program and our robotics classes. You can see there is very outdated storage cabinets, tables that are not appropriate for the current curriculum, and old HVAC units that haven't been updated in many years. The new design would be more student-centered with flexible seating, so the classroom can be used for many different content areas from different high school classes, such as our science classes, technology, engineering, and our TV programs. Updating this area is essential and will provide our students with a more 21st century learning environment. I'm here in our main gymnasium. We have two gyms here at the high school. We have a lower gym and this is the upper gym. The main project in this area would be a new gym floor. As you can see, this gym floor has a lot of damage that has happened over the years due to water damage and other activities. The damage has caused an uneven surface and some discoloration in the floor, as you can see. Installing a new floor would address these concerns and create a better environment for our student athletes and our students in physical education class. I am now in the high school auditorium, the home to all of our musicals, plays, concerts, assemblies, and so many community events. If you've been to this auditorium recently to see a performance, I think you would agree with me that this area does need some updating. The original design from the 1960s was not created for amplified sound. You might be hearing it in a little bit of an echo as I talk now. This causes a lot of feedback with the new technology that our students use on stage when they're performing. To address this concern, new acoustic panels would be placed along the side and the back of the auditorium, so that'd be a great addition to this area. Also, the lighting system here in this auditorium is very outdated and not working correctly. This forces us to rent lighting equipment for all of our performances here up at the high school, which gets very costly. To address this issue, new state-of-the-art lighting system would be installed. Improvements made to this auditorium would benefit all the students at Riverdale High School and also a large number of community members for community events.
I appreciate your attention to these important projects, and I hope you learned a little bit more about what we're proposing in this referendum, as well as why your vote is so important. Our Board of Education was very forward-thinking in planning for this referendum at this time. The district approved a much larger building referendum in the early 2000s, and the district will be finished paying off that debt this year. So now is the perfect time to bring forward a new referendum, as the payments to our debt service will actually be lower than what our River Edge and Oradell homeowners are currently paying. Please remember that the state has already approved over $6 million in debt service aid to the Riverdale Regional Schools. This represents approximately 34% in savings to the taxpayers of River Edge and Oradell. However, we only receive this funding if we pass the referendum on December 12th. Voters may vote at their normal polling locations in River Edge and Oradell on December 12th. I hope you will all participate in this special election that will do so much to ensure that we have 21st century buildings for 21st century learners. Thank you for listening.